GG no re. And I'll say it like this. If you've been tuning into the live streams on having conversations with me, you probably already know pretty much I am retiring from WutheringWaves, from the gacha space at this current time. And I figured a video entitled to this would be a better suited way of doing a send-off, if you would. Now, what's going on? What is the reasons why I'm leaving WutheringWaves, or not really necessarily leaving WutheringWaves, just putting it more on the back burner? There's a couple of different reasons why, and we're going to touch on a few bases on that, and we're just going to have a little bit of a conversation, because I want to make this disclaimer as easy as possible. What I'm about to tell you and what I'm about to say in this video is my personal opinion. This is not based on facts. This is not based on, you know, right, wrong. It's just how I feel. So a lot of you probably going to regard to this as, oh, this is an L take, or no, you're wrong about this. And you're more likely correct about that. It's just that this is how I feel, and this is just how it is. So, first and foremost, the biggest reason why I have looked at, about retiring from WutheringWaves and stop doing content on it is mainly what I've experienced recently. I remember when I first started WutheringWaves, how great this game was, how a breath of fresh air, if you would, came involved. I was at a point where there was no games that pretty much caught my interest. Even WutheringWaves, when I first started, it didn't really catch my interest. It wasn't until I actually played it, experienced it, and pretty much felt like this is a game that legitimately, in all honesty, felt like a very challenging, very hard-struck game, and pretty much made me no life it for a good long time period, to where I couldn't get enough of WutheringWaves. Instead of treating it like a gacha game, like a lot of people told me to, taking my time, I rushed through things. I went through this. I experienced everything. I 100% the map. I did everything I possibly could for this last year for WutheringWaves. And I experienced it in different ways. Some that I personally, wish I never would have experienced. And a lot of other things that I've experienced that was really great. Now, getting more involved in this and discussing more about this, when it comes to WutheringWaves, 2.0 came out just recently, this past month. And I'm going to tell you that whether you think it may be because I'm being burnt out on the content, or you just think it's an L take, I'm going to tell you that WutheringWaves 2.0 did not bring the same feelings as what WutheringWaves 1.0 did, from 1.0 to 1.4. WutheringWaves 2.0, I just feel, is not something that resonates with me. I feel that the direction that Kuro Games took WutheringWaves, when it came down to story, down to the environment, is not particularly what I want. And to be quite honest, I didn't enjoy 2.0 as much as everyone else probably did. I do believe that it is a beautiful game. I do believe that it's very well animated. I do think that the environments are very nicely done. I do believe, though, at the same point, in my personal feeling, is that it's pretty much really flashy, but in the same case, it's very bland. It's like going to, straight up a fancy restaurant, you order a steak, they give you like 3 little slivers of steak, you look at it, you taste it, it tastes decent, but it's not phenomenal. You can get the same quality of food at a cheaper steakhouse and more quantity. And that's how I feel about WutheringWaves. I feel that there's a lot of different changes that are really great for WutheringWaves, and I feel there's some changes in there that ultimately does not suit for me. And that's where I made the decision after completing 2.0 story, after doing the companion story for Roshia. All this is just, this isn't for me. It really isn't. I thought it was more that I was being burnt out, but it's just, you know, I look at this game and I say that, you know, I'm hoping for an end game. I'm hoping for certain things to change. I'm hoping for more challenges. I'm hoping for different things to be there now, which may come in the future. So ultimately, I've just made a decision that I'm just putting WutheringWaves in the back burner. It's not to say that I won't live stream it here and there. I maybe won't make some content here and there once in a while for it, if I find something's really, you know, interesting to talk about. But overall, I just don't see myself enjoying this game enough to continue it. So we're going to put it in the back burner, and we started the rebranding of this channel for something else that I am very excited for, which is the first Berserker. Another reason why that I have pretty much wanted to go away from WutheringWaves is because of a lot of the vocal minority, the community leaders, if you would, that is associated with WutheringWaves, that pretty much is the landscape of the community, has, in my personal opinion, drastically changed the face of what WutheringWaves is. I made this statement probably back around either July or September of 2024, where I was talking about toxic positivity, and what I was afraid of was that the WutheringWaves community was going to end up becoming like the Genshin community from all the horror stories I've heard. And in terms over the last couple of months, that's what I'm seeing. I am seeing a community that is driven by several different community leaders that do not want to engage in actual intellectual, you know, conversational debates, but more or less hold on to opinions and basically say these are factual when they're really not. I've watched different content creators out there. Some of y'all know, some of y'all probably don't know, and I'll say it like this: for someone who I do talk to once in a while who really gets this, V-Dizzy, I think put it into the best perspective is that what WutheringWaves has become in over a year is not about content that surrounds a game. It's about using content to be weaponized to attack others, whether it is companies, whether it's other games, or even other content creators for their own opinions. I'm a person that, you know, I like to play a game. I like to do a little shit talking here and there. And at the end of the day, I like having fun. When you're making content and you gotta worry that in a community that someone's going to take what you're going to say out of complete context, go ahead and exaggerate it in several different ways to make you look bad just because they don't agree with your opinion. I mean, that's not a community that I want to support. And that's where I really think I have really pushed myself to not want to do otherwise content anymore either. Is just for the fact that, like, there's just some people out there that's going to make opinions, you know, they're going to say things like, oh, Chang Li and Jinshi play, you know, basically the same, which I understand the reason behind it, because both of them, their end goal is basically to build up a meter and to use their resonant skill, which is the end goal. But we're going to turn this around on a person who's given this opinion and try to remark to them that they're an idiot. And we're going to try to get an entire community against them. We're going to make we're going to make it to where there is some people out there that just disagrees with us and moves on from the conversation or topic, but yet we're going to go into their channels and we're going to tell our community to go harass these people because we don't like them. I've seen this 100 times already. The state of the WutheringWaves community, the state of the game itself, is two things that particularly makes me not want to continue doing anything with WutheringWaves. And I think that if I touch another gacha game in the future, which I am looking forward to Unending Dawn, I'm not getting involved in any of these communities. I don't care what content creator is out there. I don't care who's out there that wants to talk, whatever. I just don't want to get involved in it, because at the end of the day, it appears to me that we're just going to weaponize WutheringWaves and try to transform it into a platform that is used to pretty much hurt the reputations, hurt the image, and, you know, do whatever it takes to be heard and put someone else down, because we can't, for some apparent reason, just agree to disagree and still be friends at the end of the day. So, like I stated, I didn't want to go too far with this video. I didn't want to go too long. I just wanted to explain my reasonings and tell you what is to be expected from this channel. And what's going to be expected is that right now, coming March 27th, is the first Berserker, as well as there's some other soul-like games that's going to be coming out this year that we are going to play on this channel. I'm going back to where my roots come from. I'm going back into doing Dark Soul based content, soul-like games, action RPGs, doing content on that, and we're moving on from the gacha space. Like I stated, we'll still probably do live streams of WutheringWaves for like dailies and stuff like that, and talk about WutheringWaves and what current topics are out there. But seldomly, we're not going to continue doing the content as video format on this channel, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to stand to be part of a community that is basically self-imploding on itself, is playing the victim card, and in an end all is legitimately destroying itself from the inside. And if you guys out there who's been subscribed to the channel have liked the content and you're interested in something new, something different, and you like soul-like games, I mean, like, look, Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out. I know it's not a soul-like game, but hey, we're still going to touch it on this channel. If you like games like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Unending Dawn was going to come out, the game that we're playing right now, the first Berserker, hey, tune into the channel. I got some video content that's going to be coming out soon enough for it. So, otherwise than that, guys, I'll leave the video here. If there is any more questions, feedback, or anything that you would like to present, hey, we're going to be doing daily live streams still on this channel. Feel free to come around one of the live streams and come present your questions, thoughts, feedback, whatever it is you'd like to do. And let's have a topic of conversation together. So, until next time, keep it classy, keep it jazzy, and always keep it real. And I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.